Welcome back, Candle Boys. Today we're checking out the latest episode of Gachiakuta, and honestly, man, it was another setup episode, but I ain't gonna lie, this was still kind of gas.
Yeah, man,
it was still gas.
They was moving, literally.
Facts. So, like, what's kind of nuts about the situation is, right? The Raiders know that this trash beast that they're in is about to cross the boundary. Y'all just okay with dying?
Yeah, but you remember how I said my theory? I told you my theory.
No, but he literally, even like the guy with the hat, because to me, he seemed like he had the most sense out of all the Raiders. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He wanted folks so he can get to his goals. I'm like, bro, in like about the next 30 minutes, you finna die. So like, what's the point of asking for info if you know you about to cross the boundary?
We'll get to that though, because he had a moment with him when they got out the car.
Yeah.
But yeah.
But before that, man, we end up seeing like kind of the aftermath of what happened with Deer when bro threw him at the wall. This man Deer is kind of busted. I'm not gonna lie. If he hits something enough times, like especially if it's a large target like this trash beast they're in, buddy could like probably scale up to Loki, whatever.
Yeah, it would take him to break like a while to break through all of the whole beast, but it's possible.
No, 100%, because he punched like a long hole in there. It's just that they're in a literal massive structure at this point, so it wasn't quite enough to break all the way out. But before they could even really lock in on this, man, we saw them both start to get serious, man. And this dude, he brought out like these
the metal hands or
puppet
something.
Things. Yeah. So even though he was like wrapped up, it didn't even matter.
Yeah,
so
he still moved
like,
without it. Yeah.
Yeah, I was like, that's kind of cold. But that also makes me feel like, bro, literally, like your power is kind of trash.
Is?
Bro. His name is Bro.
Oh, you're talking about the white guy.
Yeah. So I was like, bro, literally.
Yeah. Hey, I mean, it's cool. It stretches. It can go as far as it needs to, I guess.
Boy, that power is ass. But look, here's why I really feel like it's ass, okay? Maybe if that was the first time I saw power like that in the show, I'd be like, okay, this is just his thing. But Tamsy, the dude with the sewing kit, can do the exact same thing, but like way better.
But that's why he has Deer with him, though, because he just holds him up.
He just throws Deer people?
Exactly.
Pikachu!
Or he wraps him up himself, and then he just has Deer come and punch him multiple times.
That's probably very effective.
You know what I'm saying?
That's probably very effective.
That's probably what they're doing, because they're always together. So,
I mean, that makes sense from that perspective, but I just feel like most of the cleaners we've seen, too, they by themselves can easily take out a trash beast, because most of the cleaners have like abilities that are more related to being able to clear up trash beasts versus the Raiders, who tend to have better abilities versus human beings.
Yeah, his doesn't look like he would do anything.
Yeah, I'm like, it's just ass for everybody.
Yeah, so that means he wraps him up and then somebody else comes in and does
finishes it up.
That's all I think it could be.
Maybe that's the play, man, because I'm just sitting here like,
man, that's what he chose his instrument to be, man. What can you do?
A cloth?
Boy. And he goes cloth.
The thing is, too, is that like I really want to like his character, because I feel like he has old man aura.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I like his like conviction when he goes about stuff. Like, he really be talking his stuff. But then I see his power and I'm like, buddy, like, I ain't gonna lie, you need to go grab Deer right now.
I agree.
You're not buying this 8 robot hand, man. He
whatever he was doing, crazy, but facts. Nothing happened because the beast started flying.
Bro. And I guess like, I don't know if it went straight up or something, but like it literally flipped the entire environment. So they all start falling, bro. And so he's falling, there's hella trash falling all around them. And like low-key, they were still kind of locked into the fight, right? Homie was like, you know what? Y'all are trying to escape, but I'm still gonna come kill you. So he's maneuvering through the trash while falling to go fight them. But right when he's about to low-key get to him, bro, this car out of nowhere smacks all 3 of them. And so now they sitting in the car and they're trying to like navigate the car, because the car's falling fast.
I think what's more wild to me is that they're like turning you with the wheel, right? But the wheel's not going to do nothing, because it's like, like you can't just sway with the wheel. Like,
but they didn't know, so they really thought they were really moving.
Yeah, I was like, what are y'all
doing?
You
driving like trash.
Mind you, the wheels are the only thing that are turning, like left, right. And I was like, they're cooked.
But at the same time, I feel like that moment kind of made them bond a little bit, because at the same time, like, at first he was like still trying to like get beef with them, but then he was like, you know what, like we need to survive.
Yeah, we need to live first. And then
even when Deer
fell out and he grabbed him.
He grabbed him, yeah. So I was like,
okay,
do you want to kill them or not? Like,
I mean, I don't really think he does originally, because of the questions he was asking from 2-3 episodes ago.
I think if he met them outside of the context of this mission, he wouldn't
Yeah, I think he just has to do what he has to do at this point.
Yeah, but at the same time, he saved him.
He did do that.
Because Deer was out here like nauseous and passed out in the left seat. So he brought him back in. He starts using his arms to like knock all the trash away so they don't get freaking like destroyed by it, essentially. And then Bro finally locked in a little bit, used his powers to like whip to like something and like Spider-Man swing the whole car.
Yeah, that was nasty.
I was like,
lie. That was nasty.
All right, you got
the perfect spin on it too.
Yeah, that was cold. Considering how heavy that probably was too. Imagine like a 2,000-pound car swinging on your shoulder. Okay, Deer. I mean, bro, you know what I'm saying?
Hey, man, he did what he had to do.
Cooked up a little bit. They land in this like little pipe, right? It's just a pretty big like pipe, honestly. And Engine's just standing there, and I was like, oh, that's interesting. He was like, we found y'all.
But why is this dude in your car? What is going on there?
100%. And then Buddy's looking out the window, looking at his buddy like, why is this guy still alive? So I was like, oh,
what do you mean by that?
Strong enough to take out Engine? Like, he was very confident.
Yeah, but homie started tweaking on the floor though.
Blame him. He said he won't fight me no matter what.
So I assumed he would use his instrument and then we get at it, but he just told me no.
Literally.
And he's like, but if I use it, you'll just fight back. So I said, I'm good.
That's horror. He's like, if I don't gotta do nothing, I'm not gonna do nothing.
Yeah. Save me sometimes.
I'm just trying to find the homies.
We don't fight humans anyway. Like
facts.
You know, but
and so even then he was like, I even told him it was a trash beast, and he got serious for a second, and then he just turned around.
He did do that.
So Engine's just like, honestly, taking dubs, okay? Did he whip him? No, but he whipped him in a different way, mentally.
Mentally,
got the dubs, you feel me? And so he's like, you know what? I'm just trying to get my team back together, man. I don't really care what y'all try to do, but I'm gonna get it done. And he said something about umbrellas. I don't know. He was oral farming.
Yeah, but then that phone call came because they finally got it from the choker. And that whole situation had me thinking like a lot of things because I don't know what's gonna happen right there. It scared me though because they were having like their little conversation trying to figure out like where they're at and like what's going on. But then he randomly like looked at homie in the car because I know he's trying to listen for like the boss stuff.
Oh yeah, 100%.
He was talking about that.
That's why he was so locked in on that combo.
So that's why I was sitting there like, that makes so much more sense because he was asking about the boss too with the bro and Deer.
Because homegirl mentioned him. Remember?
Okay.
She was like, "Oh, our boss got some info from his brokers. You know how the boss just always has info on everything, no matter what. And so we already have a cavalry on the way. So as soon as he said the boss, homie, the guys,
he was so locked in. I was sitting there, I was like, bro, I know he wants to know something about him. I just can't put my hands on it, what he knows, or if he knows him already, or something going on there.
He don't want to scrap with Engine though. I've seen them hands and I've seen that umbrella. I don't think them hands is beating that umbrella.
Well, the guy on the floor could do it, so it sounds
he might be able to do it. Hey, I'll give him the benefit of the doubt.
Well, yeah, that makes sense now, because now I think it was planned. It was planned for who they put with each other. That's why he got him. That makes so much more sense, because no one else is taking out Engine. That's why they put him with.
That's fair.
That makes so much more sense.
That's fair.
That's kind of crazy.
It'd probably only be like the boss could probably put up a fight versus Engine, because Engine low-key just be moving like however he wants. I think that's like the crazy thing that I always have noticed of how they portray his character. It's like his spear, not his spear, but his umbrella. It moves like a spear though. He can literally just pierce anything. You know what I mean?
Lethal.
And even like in this episode, which we're about to get to, we saw a little bit more of that action. But then we go back to Rudo, right? This man, Rudo, I ain't even gonna lie. I understand why he wants to stay with the cleaners, because obviously he values people and things a lot more than most people, right?
Yeah, but that man made him a good promise.
That's what I was gonna say.
I thought it was cooked the way he said it, though. He's like, hey, I can take you to the spirit right now.
So we're on the way.
Like, we're already going, but like, I can take you whenever you want. Let's say this works out. Like, we can go back and forth whenever you want.
We can attack them however you want.
You don't even need them for real. And I was like, I mean, that's what you wanted from the jump.
Everything he said was correct.
So I was like, yeah, he might fall for the gimmicks, man.
It ain't even gimmicks. Because honestly, I feel like Zodil strikes me as a lot of things, including insane. But I don't think he's a liar.
Yeah.
I think like if he genuinely feels like he needs you, then he's not gonna kill you. You know what I mean? Like I think he was giving Rudo like a genuine offer, like, hey, I like you. We got the Scene Watcher series. We're both crazy dudes. And we want to destroy the sphere. Let's just get it done, bro. You know what I'm saying? Why you playing out with the cleaners hitting trash beasts when we could be really taking over the world right now? Getting your revenge, getting my revenge.
I think he also has faith, though, is because he actually has the Watchmen series cape on, so he's probably going to live from the spear thing anyway. You know what I'm saying? Because he noticed that.
Do you
Rudo
think that's the difference? Is you have to have a Watchmen series?
That has to be it, right? There's no other answer.
So is your theory that because they put Amo's boot in the trash beast, everyone in the trash beast gonna survive this?
I don't know about it anymore, but what I'm saying is that's how Rudo survived.
That sounds like a decent theory.
Yeah, I know, but I'm saying because since he had the gloves and he lived through it, right? I'm assuming that's why Zodal thinks he could probably live through it too, because he has the cape.
So what about the Angel? Is that a Watchmen series?
Well, he's a god. I don't know what that is.
I would assume so, though, like based off of that theory. You know what I mean? Because we didn't see exactly what that person's vital instrument was.
Yeah,
I don't know, man. That's a good theory. I'm messing with it though. It makes sense, like just on paper, off of what we've seen so far. You know, because somehow the Watchmen series got up to the sphere and ended up in his uncle's hand, right? And then we know this other guy has made multiple trips to the sphere from the ground.
Maybe his uncle was making trips too, though. He just was.
I would think on the side, bro. He's honestly one of the bigger mysteries. It's giving me like Attack on Titan, Aaron's basement type of vibes with his uncle. Like, it's gonna be something really big when we finally find out like what his connections are and everything. Because it doesn't make sense how like there's almost nobody with vital instruments in the sphere, and somehow one of the most OD vital instruments ever ended up there. You know what I mean? And not only that, he couldn't even awaken it until he got to the ground. So maybe something about the boundary or about the sphere itself prevents you from being able to use the same powers to use vital instruments.
That's not a bad theory.
Right? Because I feel like Rudo would have definitely got a Jinky at some point, just based off of how he was in general. Even before he got the gloves, but especially since he got the gloves. You know, the fact that as soon as he touched ground, like, bro, he was on the ground for like 2 seconds, but he had powers. You know what I mean? I don't know. That's just my theory.
No, that's not a bad theory. Yeah. I don't blame you on that one.
It's a little crazy. But going back to Zodal, man, he gave him a pretty good offer, but I think mentality-wise, he's the exact opposite of Rudo. You know? Because he hates waste, and he views things that are inefficient as useless, while Rudo's the exact opposite. He thinks everything has use, everything is worth something, right? So I think that big difference in their mentalities is really why he ended up being like, nah.
I mean, he also saw Homegirl at the bottom about to die. That did help a little bit.
That does help. But
yeah.
I'm a little disappointed in her. I thought she was about to lock in and go crazy, honestly. Yeah. But we'll see. Maybe she can. She just got caught off guard, you know?
She was going to get packed up regardless. But
yeah, it didn't look good.
But yeah.
Okay, this man, Rudo, let's go. He jumps down. I think he's trying to jump down to where she was at, essentially, right? And Zodiel just started, like, flying after him.
Yeah,
and I was just
he
like,
did not let that slide at all.
And you could see like his energy coming off of his instrument too. Yeah. I was like, that looked a little crazy. Started covering up like half his face. I'm definitely excited to see what his cape can do. But before he could even do anything, man, Mr. Aura himself, he drilled a hole straight through that joint. He started, hey, I heard you. Don't talk about me now. So I guess we're gonna see maybe him and Rudo versus Zodil. But there's also the manhole girl, so I don't know if she can fight though.
I mean, she'll probably come in and just throw portals in to make them go to different locations or something.
Yeah. She's more of a utility type of character from what I can see, but I would be surprised. Imagine somebody finally catch her and she's like, or she got a gun. She might pull a Rio.
I don't think nobody catches her unless they take her whole portal thing though. You gotta take that. There's no way.
That's facts.
Or she's gone.
It's definitely gonna be interesting, man. But this is definitely a really good episode. What would you rate it?
Man, I'll give it a 9.5. It was gas.
Honestly, yeah. I wouldn't give it a 10, but yeah, it was definitely like a 9 episode. You know what I mean? I feel like this is going up towards like a really big climax. I just don't know what they're gonna do about this border situation, bro. Like,
yeah, it's either they gonna die or
because Odo didn't make it seem like everybody gonna survive. He said the worthy will survive. I was like, oh, natural selection? Why y'all even fighting? Just let the border do it.
Or the people in that area where the spear is at are the only ones that are gonna live though. So we'll see.
They're not killing half the cast like this. Jabber not dying off of this. If the bullets didn't do him,
Homies are also on the way there too. Forgot about them.
Zonka's bum ass.
Tamsy and all them on the way. You know what I'm saying?
I bet them homies. Yeah.
Nah, he's still limping. Zonka's still limping.
He's conscious now. I'll give him that.
Yeah, I'm talking about Tamsy and all them. They in the Jeep right now. They on the way from the tornado.
Is like that though.
Yeah, I'm afraid of him.
I feel like I don't get bad vibes from Tamsy, but like he move a little too rationally. I feel like he'd be the type to betray somebody for real.
He was willing to waste their death thing paintings. Off the rip.
He was a little too
He did
quick.
not care.
He just like was like, oh word, I'll just kill everybody. Whoa!
He had so
what
much
if it
faith
didn't
in
work?
That. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He had so
Yeah.
much faith in that. I was like, nah.
Oh,
You got a
no,
problem.
Man. Tamsy's a little different. But hey, we'll see what happens, man. Aside from that, y'all let us know what y'all thought about this episode down below. Like, comment, subscribe, and we'll catch y'all. Peace.